Hello, I am Helen Caton and a Mosaic caregiver, currently the well-being coordinator for Mosaic. So this class is a beginner core stabilization class. It would also be a good idea to maybe talk to your primary provider to see if there'd be any reason why you shouldn't take some of these classes and some of these exercises. So that would be maybe something you should do before you start any exercise program, is to get the okay from your doctor. And this series of exercises, it can be a warm-up to future progressions, or you can keep this series as your workout, depending on where you're at in your level of core stabilization. But this is a good warm-up or something that you can do every day. So once we're going to move down, we understand that pelvis, how it tilts neutral and posteriorly back. So let's keep it into a neutral position. And this is where you have to learn how to stabilize that pelvis as we add limb movements. And one way that we can assess that if we're rocking back and forth is we place our fingers maybe right at our hips. And if you feel rocking, you can feel that against your fingers. So this is just a little assessment tool that I like to use to have people be aware of if there's movement in that pelvis. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to keep the pelvis neutral. We're going to lift one foot and take it back down. Inhale up, and then exhale back down. So this is, maybe you can feel yourself rock side to side, so when you lift one foot, you might tilt that way, but you want to really, if you brace real well, you're going to keep that, you're going to try to keep that pelvis neutral. And this is one of those, it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but it could be hard to keep that pelvis neutral. And just breathe normally. And last one. All right, this next movement is called the clamshell, and sometimes this one is a little bit harder than even the heel marching, because it's a movement where we just drop the knee out and then bring it back in, but we want to keep that pelvis nice and still. So these fingers are going to be what's telling you if your pelvis is rocking side to side. So we're going to add your breath to this movement. We're going to start with the right side, and it's going to be an inhale as we drop it out. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more, inhale. Exhale. Now if you ever get a little bit of tightness in that low back, rocking side to side will help you loosen it back up. So if you need to, anytime, just rock back and forth a few times. So let's get set and we'll try the other side. This time these two fingers are going to be what's telling us if our pelvis is rocking side to side. So we're in neutral. We're going to brace. And let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's try one more. Inhale. And exhale. And let's rock it side to side. All right, now we're going to get the hips going a little bit more with an external rotation of the hip and an internal rotation of the hip. So we're going to use these, use our fingers, and it looks like we're starting with a clamshell, but we're going to extend the leg. So we're going to drop one side out. As you inhale, you're going to extend it, and then as you exhale, you're going to rotate in and bring it back up into neutral. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to actually roll that hip out. Inhale, extend, exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, extend, exhale, bring it in. Let's try it one more time. Now, if you need to, you can actually just slide that leg out right on the floor. If you feel like it's okay, you can just lift that foot up just barely off the floor. All right, side to side if you need it. Let's try the other leg. Inhale, exhale, back up. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, rotate in, bring it back up. Remember, we're keeping that brace going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and let's try it one more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we started that with the external rotation. Now we're going to do the same thing with the internal rotation. So we're going to go ahead and brace, and as we internally rotate, we're going to inhale and then exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, really rotate from that hip. Exhale, bring it back up. Let's try it one more time. Inhale and exhale, bring it back up. Rock side to side if you need it. Let's try it on the other side. So the rotation is happening right in that hip joint. It's not necessarily I'm just turning my foot, I'm rotating from that hip. So let's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last one, inhale, and exhale, bring it back up and rock side to side. All right, we're going to learn a move called, it's a supine 90-90, and this progresses into an exercise that's called a dead bug, but you have to master the supine 90-90 before you can move forward. And the thing that's different about this move is that you move your legs to where you have a 90-degree bend in the knees. And again, that hip, knee, second toe alignment is really important here. So, and you're going to be neutral. As you raise one leg, the knee goes to straight above the hip, and you maintain that 90 degrees. So you're not coming up and extending the knee, you maintain that 90 degree, you bring it up, and then you take it back down. So here's your two fingers again, watching how much you're moving. So you're going to inhale as you start the position. So inhale, expand, brace, and then exhale as you lift, and inhale back down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. So are you moving? Is that pelvis moving? Okay. Good job. Okay, so right now, kind of assess, was that easy? Was it difficult? There's something that you can do, and it turns it into a move that I call a suitcase. So you can grab a light dumbbell, and even if it's 1 pound, 2 pound, I've got a 3 pound. As you want to progress more, you can get into a heavier dumbbell. So it turns into a suitcase by, and I'll just demonstrate it without the weight, you can place your arms overhead. So remember that point where you raise it. So you start at that same point. So if you're here, the suitcase part, you're going to close the suitcase and then open the suitcase. So inhale and then exhale. Make sure that you're not moving. And if you want to grab that optional dumbbell, it creates, it's kind of hard, makes it harder to make it, keep the pelvis neutral, and it helps, you get a little bit of workout in the upper body too. So you can inhale and then exhale. So find the level that you need to be at. Maintain neutral pelvis. Keep that 90 degrees going. Make sure your knee doesn't come past, straight above the heel. Let's do one more set. And then release it. Now it's, as far as the number of reps, if you're going to be doing this at home, you can do even just as few as 4 repetitions on each side is helpful. You can probably work up to maybe 8. It doesn't take a lot of high repetitions on this. And then you'll move just kind of in that series of exercises. All right, the next important exercise is called a hip bridge. And this starts training the glutes. And there's a term that we use called gluteal amnesia. And that means when the glutes forget the purpose of what they're supposed to be doing. And the glutes are hip extenders. As people sit at a desk for a long time, you know, we're talking decades of sitting at a desk, you tend to get weak glutes. And when the glutes cannot function the way they're supposed to, the next muscles have to do the work. So that means like the muscles in the lower back or even the hamstrings have to do the work that the glutes have to do. And that can start causing some issues in the low back. So you have to retrain the glutes and make them be that hip extender. A good exercise is called a hip bridge. So the hip bridge, in fact, you can grab your yoga block again, get that hip knee, and also even using the inner thighs a little bit to keep that yoga block in place is a little benefit. So as we do a hip bridge, let's go ahead and find that neutral position. And we're going to inhale. Let's go ahead and brace. Inhale, brace. Expand the rib cage. We're going to exhale and lift the hips. We're going to hold for 3 counts and then take it back down. So the breath of that would be inhale, exhale, lift. You can inhale, hold it, and then exhale as we lower it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Straight line for a short inhale, hold, and exhale, take it back down. Inhale, hold, and exhale, take it back down. Now, if you had some issues with maybe your hamstrings tightening up a little bit, that's very telling of how much your glutes are being activated. So you have to make a real effort to use those glutes when you lift. So if while you are bracing, you're doing that inhale brace, you can actually start squeezing those glutes. So let's try that a couple times. We're going to inhale, brace, expand the rib cage, squeeze the glutes, and lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, brace, squeeze the glutes, expand the rib cage. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down. Did you notice a difference in how much that was affecting your hamstrings? So just keep that in mind, and that will improve as your glutes get stronger. I might show you right here, here's a progression, an optional progression. Don't feel like you have to start with this one right when you start these core stabilization exercises. And that is where we're going to extend one leg. And this is just if you feel like you're ready to try it. So we're going to inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Now we're going to exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. And exhale, take it all the way down.